world of elder law, the most complicated area on the planet. And elder law is for anybody that wants to be old one day, not just for the elderly. And when you do estate planning as an estate planner, I kick it up several notches, and we address what the elder law is all about. I see some familiar faces in this audience. For those that have my documents, you are covered. All right? So what's the difference between an estate planning attorney and an elder law attorney? Well, a general power of attorney will limit the ability to prohibit gifts. And we're not talking about gifts to the kids. We're talking about if you're married, gifts to each other to protect and preserve assets. I could boldly say right now, I could walk into every nursing home, go room to room and bed to bed, and I can say that everybody in this room doesn't want to go into a nursing home ever, right? Man makes plans and God laughs, so you never know what's going to happen. So there are strategies that we can do proactively to protect everything you own. If I could walk into every nursing home, go room to room, and protect 100% of a married couple's assets. And it's gotten easier because I've gotten a couple of wins within the state of Michigan after they fought us. So basically, we do estate planning and we kick it up a notch. And if you become disabled, you have that choice. You can let court supervise your affairs, or you can do some special documents. Everybody in this room, you don't have to have a dime to get sick. So you need the healthcare power of attorney. And the healthcare power of attorney has to address mental health law these days, as well as end of life when you're unable to participate in your decisions, and day-to-day medical care we believe it effective immediately. The financial power of attorney, it's critical. If you do a living trust, you can't put your IRAs in the document, in the trust, because it's a taxable event. So you better have a comprehensive power of attorney that allows us to deal with your qualified funds and digital assets and making gifts and protecting and preserving the assets. So when we look at power of attorneys, we want them, is it effective immediately or springing? And springing means it becomes disabled. And I can't begin to tell you how important that is. If you appoint each other and there's nobody else in line, when one's gone, one becomes disabled, you're into probate. Coagents, photocopied digital reproductions. I tell all my clients when they sign their healthcare power of attorney, give copies to your doctors, put a copy in your glove box, because if there's an emergency, your loved one is going to be jumping in the car and you're going to need it. I used to keep 10 copies when my parents were in their 90s, and every time I went to the emergency room, I would open my glove box and I'd walk in with the power of attorney. And if you are technically savvy, put it in your Dropbox. Put it in the cloud. Does it allow gifting? Can agents withdraw life support? Can make mental health decisions? Can you provide protected health information under HIPAA? And then you can see the other things. And of course, when we deal with long-term care, the thought is, the government says, if you give money away, had you not given it away, you could have paid for your cost of care. And the government says, for every $10,000 you give away, we're going to disqualify you for benefits. Okay? It's not a 5-year look back, it's a 5-year look-see. So if you give money away, and not all gifts are considered gifts under Medicaid law, but if you give money away, they're going to want to see if you apply for benefits. And when I talk about Medicaid, everybody thinks it's horrible care. You can all avoid this issue by buying long-term care insurance or looking at a hybrid policy, which I have. But the bottom line is that everyone thinks it's substandard care. Most facilities in the state of Michigan are dual certified. They all accept a Medicare bed and they all accept a Medicaid bed, and they're basically the same bed at the same time. So when the funds run out, you could stay there and receive the care. And if you're protecting the assets, you may need a sitter, you may need extra care, you may need, the bottom line is, it's providing the quality of care. It's not about saving the kids' inheritance. So, as I said, this was an appetizer. It's the most complicated area on the planet. So 3 takeaways today. Everyone should have a financial elder law durable power of attorney with the ability to regroup when we need to, including making gifts between husband and wife or to kids. Everybody should have a health care power of attorney. I would propose that it should be effective immediately for day-to-day medical care, and that everybody understands if there's a health challenge in your life or to your loved one or to a family member, whoever you know, Caring for a loved one shouldn't cost a savings of a lifetime. Spending to zero is not a strategy. And we can protect and preserve the assets. And it's not about saving the kids' inheritance. It's about making sure that they get the best quality of life in the least restrictive setting at the least cost to you and your family.